Let's go.
2022, all from a bad kick from Mendy, who now finally can breathe again. As the header from Salah goes too high.
Reece James was high up the field. Look how high Reece James was up the field. He can't get back, so Chalobah's got to do the 1v1 defending. And it's almost brilliant from Diaz. I thought he was going to shoot, but he just lifts it into that far post area, and it's Thiago that can't quite get there.
With Diaz, here's Keita, the beneficiary of Fabinho's absence. And Diaz is cutting through again. This is a real chance. Scrambled away, but only as far as Naby Keita, who wants to drive it back. He can't find the target, and Luis Diaz is annoyed with himself. One-on-one with the keeper, he couldn't convert. Well done, Edouard Mendy for Chelsea.
One was from Alexander-Arnold. Watch when it comes to him here. He sees the run of Diaz. Chalobah isn't alive to the situation, and he just stands up for as long as he possibly could. Mendy. And the second shot from Keita, not a particularly good one, but at the moment Liverpool are cutting Chelsea apart here. He actually went to ground quite early, but saved it with his feet in the end. Not a great finish from Diaz.
Mendy wanted to drop on it here and probably could have done, but Chalobah could take no risk, and he almost kicked it against Salah. It would have certainly flown into the net then. James. Pulisic's there!
Well, by Thiago Silva with a good diagonal ball. And actually on this occasion Robertson doesn't defend it well enough. He then flies into the next challenge, and suddenly there's a 2v1 against Virgil van Dijk. And Mason Mount does everything right. Alexander-Arnold goes to sleep. And really,
with Jota, Henderson knew the avenues to explore were to the left. In by Robertson, and Jota gets there. And it's the kind of finish that he's very good at.
It's all slowed down, switch of play. And then Jota, again, made a very good run in between the two centre-backs. Gets actually too much on it. Robertson with a really good cross right into the danger area.
Really, Mason Mount knows that the flag would go up if he played it, so in the end, Alonso was good play in the sense that Mount got out of the way and allowed the cross to come in.
Well, the ball should have been played much earlier now, because Liverpool, he would have actually been onside as well, because I think that's really poor defending from Van Dijk. He just stood there and allowed the ball to be played in behind him. The penalty was that little bit deeper, and here's a big chance. Good first touch.
Oh, and it's hit the bar on Alonso's free kick. Alisson goes at Chelsea. Diaz is not far away. He certainly is not shy of shooting.
I think he had Mendy beaten there. Watch from behind the goal. There's a lot of goal to aim for. Mendy started to move one way. I don't think Mendy was going to get there at all. It's a good effort from Diaz. Takes it inside James, inside Kovacic, tries to go back into the near post. Only a fraction wide, but the goalkeeper was nowhere near it.
Nicely into the feet of Mane. Thiago. Keita, good strike. Took it early, tried to catch the goalkeeper out in that respect. Good hands from Mendy. Lukaku went for it or not, it comes to James, and in the end this drilled wide. It's another shot off target from Christian Pulisic. Find the one to win the cup.
This is just as you were talking about. Mason Mount did really well. Lukaku actually ducked underneath it, thought that somebody else was coming in behind. Reece James with a decent pass, and he's just beyond that near post. Very difficult for him to get that on target around those Liverpool defenders.
It's been calling for a foul. Here's Diaz trying to bend it. Give Wembley another special FA Cup final memory. Great intent, not quite great enough execution.
Because there was a good overlapping run. Just see who makes the run. Thiago plays the ball in. Robertson makes the run. That means that James backs off, and it gives him time just to get it onto his right foot. James has to get tighter.
Players start thinking how costly a mistake might be. but how valuable a goal might be. Oh, and that was nearly it. Luis Diaz, who started the game as the most dangerous attacker, also switching the play to Milner. Oh, it's the post again for Andy Robertson. Liverpool twice and gave Chelsea a lead in a game they eventually lost. And here's Andy Robertson, who's so good at getting in at the back post.
He has to score, doesn't he?
We go to extra time in the 2022 FA Cup final. Oh, he's at the post. Whether Alisson got a touch to it.
And he doesn't get a touch, he just plays it too wide, doesn't he? He's trying to wrap his foot round it. You see a bit of bend on the ball. Oh, frustration. Despair for Azpilicueta.
Marks out his run. And it's saved by Edouard Mendy. Can suffer anxiety in this situation, and Sadio Mane is a great player.
But what a good save.
Here he goes, and it's saved by Alisson. That unfortunate period goes on.
Well, what a shame for Mason Mount. Brilliant from Alisson. Again, a strong bottom hand.
Mikas for Liverpool, and wins it for Liverpool. A nerveless penalty, no wonder he's off and running. They win the FA Cup at the expense of Chelsea in the final here in February. They've done it via a penalty shootout. A domestic double, their quadruple is still on. An unwanted history for Chelsea. 3 FA Cup final defeats in a row.